talk to you about a topic that I like talking about. This is very fun to me because it's a challenging subject, and that's what I call bid versus bid. How do you compare one contractor's bid from another contractor's bid? Well, here's the truth. It's very, very, very hard, even with years of experience. And this is the reason. So a lot of bids have differences in material, and they have differences in quality. If you have bid A versus bid B, you're going to find that bid A might have, say, travertine and quartz on it, where bid B might have some lower grade material such as tile and granite. So it's very hard to compare bids because most bids are not wrote in the proper way that a bid should be wrote. Or not to say that they're improper, but most bids are written in different manners, okay? And we're going to talk about comparing a bid versus a bid. All bids are written a little bit different. Sometimes it works like this. Let's just use a bathroom, for example, okay? One contractor might bid out the whole entire bathroom, the tub, the light fixtures, the vanity, the shower surround, and put flooring in their bathroom flooring. That's in their bathroom spot. So when you look at the bid, it's $5,000. You're getting everything included in the floor. Another contractor might bid out the bathroom at $4,000, but put the flooring under a flooring budget. So just not only are bids different in the fact that they use different materials on them, but how they actually write the bid. You know, sometimes it looks like here's an example. I know there's a contractor. He writes up everything. He's got a flooring budget and he's got say a bathroom budget. But then he puts a GC fee or a general contracting fee on top of all that. So if you look at his bathroom might look cheaper, but it's not cheaper once you tack his fee on after it. So just the fact that bids are written a little bit different, it's very hard and difficult to write the bids. However, I'm going to try to teach you how to compare bids to the best of my knowledge. Some items on a bid may be missed, and some items on a bid may be added. For example, when you're comparing bid A versus bid B, it's common that bid A has items on it that bid B does not, and vice versa. It's missing items than the other bid. So it becomes very difficult to go and thumb through the very end page and say, okay, this is how much the bid is, this is how much the bid is, because they're not necessarily apple-to-apple bids, or they're not very comparable. Some have added stuff, some have taken away stuff, and some have different grade quality material. So we're talking bid versus bid right now, and I want to show you some examples of bids that I've received in the past. These are real bids. These are real bids from real contractors. This bid that I'm going to talk about right now just happens to be from one of the first contractors that I hired. In my opinion, he did really good work, but after I let him go and I hired better contractors, I didn't know how bad of a contractor he actually was. Here's one page of his bid, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. So this top line item right here is kitchen. Okay, the kitchen, he bid me out labor and material. That's how he typically bid out his stuff, labor and material. I did not know on this particular bid that it did not have granite and I did not have appliances. Okay, so if you look at the next item down, this item right about here, it says countertops. Item number 29 says countertops, and in his line item there's no price. It says Julio. I didn't know at the time that I was supposed to call Julio, who is the granite guy, to get me a bid on the countertops. I just thought that all exclusive kitchen included my appliances and it included my granites. Line number 34 right here, if you can see it. I'm not sure what it is, but he charged me for a back flash. Now this particular contractor spoke Spanglish, that's okay. But I don't know what a back flash is. I'm thinking he meant back splash. However, you all want to be clear on your bids. If you're trying to compare bid versus bid, you want to make sure you're getting bid out the same type of material and same item, and a back flash should be a back flash. There's another item right here, line item number 42. It says wire/paneling, and I paid I got 9 of them. The quantity is $260 on labor, $280 on material. And there's no subtotal there, so I'm not sure how much 9 times those numbers are. But the line item itself is called the long light. To this day, I don't know what I paid $500 and some dollars for a long light. I wish I did. I think I paid this guy a lot of money for a long light. I think it's a can light, but I'm not actually positive what a long light is. And that's why I'm showing you this bid as an example of bid versus bid, so you know how to compare and you know kind of what you're looking for. In my world today, this bid would not be acceptable because it does not give enough detail on how the bid should work and how the bid should operate. All right, then I have an example of another bid. This bid right here is a house that we did in Hearst. This particular contractor stole $21,000 from me on one house. He stole $21,000 from me on one house, and he stole $24,000 from me on another house. By simply this, one, if you look at his bid, and his bid is very clear right here, you don't know what he is charging for. We have no idea how much each line item is. We have no idea a time frame. We have no idea what we're actually getting in most of these line items. Some of the line items are crossed off, so I'm assuming at the time of this document, some of those line items had already been complete. But read the bottom. This is actually a contract. It actually has signatures of my business partner and the contractor on it. And read what it says, okay? It says, we pay tell guy, but decided for $2,800 owed. I have no idea what that means. I can't translate it to this day, but that's what it says. This is a real contract that we signed, and we had no accountability. We have absolutely no accountability for this contractor. We ended up firing him. We ended up fixing a whole bunch of stuff he said he did, but he did not do. We fixed a lot of stuff that he did wrong, and then we added a lot of stuff that he should have done or that we should have been billed for before it was all said and done. This guy was a fast talker. He swept a lot of dirt around. He made it look like he was doing a lot of work, and we were so green and so young in the contracting world that we had no idea to know if the work that he was doing was done right or not. But it is a legal contract, and you can kind of see how some contractors write their material. You can kind of see how some contractors write their estimates. Now, I'm going to show you the next slide here. This next slide is only for example purposes, but I'm trying to focus on how detailed it is. Okay, I want you to see how detailed the bid is and how detailed you should expect it to be. Don't look at the prices as much as looking at the wording of what we're looking at here. So the top line item here, it says tile allowance is $89 per square foot, includes one bag of thin set for every 100 square foot, tile grout spacers, ceiling, and grout. So you kind of know what you're getting for that particular line item. Okay, next one, material and labor for granite countertop. Price does not include cutouts for sinks, faucet holes, and does not include demo of the countertop. Now you can take a look at the slide. You can see all the different line items on there. But my point here is get it detailed. Get it as detailed as you can because it's going to make it a lot easier to compare your bids with each other. If you're comparing bids and they're detailed, you're probably going to be a lot more comparable, and you're going to be a lot more apples to apples as far as the bid goes. You should always take your own notes and compare it against your contractor's notes and make sure everything that you actually want in the bid is written there. If for some reason the contractor has a line item and you don't know exactly what you're getting, for example, if they put faucet, but you don't know what kind of quality or what kind of style of faucet, let them put either a part number in their bid or, hey, this faucet will be no more than $150, bought from this store, or something along those lines. If it's not clear, clarify it, or you're going to come into problems later on when you pay $200 for a kitchen faucet and they put a chrome builder grade, normal $30 faucet in there. Well, then you're going to have a conflict, and it's easier to have the conflict now and get it straight with your contractor versus them install it and then you guys go back and forth on who was right and who was wrong. Here's a list of stuff that should absolutely be on your bid. A line itemized bid. You need to line itemize everything, don't group it together. Now you can have a general group like kitchen, but then make sure you break down everything in the kitchen. Faucet, sink, drain, garbage disposal, granite, backsplash. You have your general line item and then all your subcategories of what's actually going in there. Do not, under any condition, let somebody write kitchen and then write a price and you don't know what is actually included in that kitchen value. The more detail, the better. You will not go wrong if you have more detail on your bid. You just can't go wrong with it. An estimated time frame. We talked about this a little bit, but you want to make sure that you have an estimated time frame on your bid, or things are going to get started late and you won't have any accountability on when things are supposed to end. Think about it. If you say, hey, look, this is supposed to be done on January 15th, and now it's February 15th or March 15th, you can always go back to your contractor and put pressure on them and say, you said it would be done here, what is going on? You want a total cost for each item. So not only do you want the line items to be detailed, you want to know how much that line item is going to cost. If it's going to be $20 or $50, then every single line item should have a price to it. This way, if for some reason you have to fire your contractor, you're going to be in a position to say, okay, you charged me $50 for this, you did it, I'll give you $50. You did not do it, you don't get $50. It's very cut and dry if every line item has a price on it. If you bulk it together, it's very hard to clarify how much was done. The contractor will say, oh, I did 90% of it, and you say, no, you only did 10% of it, and then you'll have a discrepancy in what was actually done and what was not done. There again, I'm teaching you how to do your bids and how to write your bids, so that way if there is a conflict, you can say, this is what was agreed upon. If you don't have it clear, it's just going to be you and your contractor butting heads. So. You also want on your bid a total completion. So sometimes contractors, you want on your bid the total price to complete your bid, right? Sometimes contractors will do line items, but they won't give you a total price, say for your kitchen, or a total price all the way at the bottom of your bid. You want to know what your end number is going to be. Otherwise, once you start adding up every single line item, it might be a little bit more than you anticipated. Draw schedules. How much do you pay your contractor and when? Make sure that that is very clear and very defined. My name is Ron Carlson. I'm with Renovation Gurus. I appreciate you taking time to watch all this information. I'm hoping that it benefits you in your investment world, that you are able to buy more houses, that you're wiser, smarter because of this education. Propelio Academy has a lot more videos. Continue to watch them. Continue to educate yourself. If for some reason you want to contact me or you want to contact somebody on my team, feel free to reach us at renovationgurus.com. You can also call our 855 number. It's 855-99-GURUS. Gurus translated as 48787. So it'll be 855-99-48787. Or you can reach us at admin@renovationgurus.com. If you have questions, if you need a bid, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you for your time.